All right. So the way I do development right now is I have one repository. This is for BetterMenu, and I'm parallelly working on three different ideas. So this is obviously in the main branch, but this is only plan. So once I'm done, I can delete these files. But there are two separate Git feature branches on my local, and I'm working in parallel on those. As you can see, these are the Git changes that I have. Now, I use Cloud Code for all this work. So if I go to my terminal, you would see that I have two Claude, and this is waiting for me to commit after reviewing the changes. There's another Claude terminal that is waiting for me to review the code and do things. So I'm doing two major work on my machine at the same time, completely safe, and they do not overlap. Now that's not where it stops. So I'm able to create more and more features because I've identified a process and I depend on Cloud Code and its subagents to do the work for me. And I spend a lot of time in reviewing the code and testing things out. The other thing is taking my product into the hands of users, which is thinking about the distribution strategy. And today, a lot of users are using ChatGPT or Claude. And the idea that I'm working on currently is, what if my product is sitting inside Claude? So people using Claude or people using ChatGPT can directly use my own product. And this is possible by exposing MCP Server. So I already have MCP Server that I'm testing locally. It is not deployed to production yet, but I will give you a demo for that. So first thing is I will start MCP Server here, which in production would be hosted in AWS Lambda. But now you have fast MCP. As you can see that this is the URL that I have. And in order to test it, I'm going to open a new terminal and hit Claude. And this is again on same work tree. So it is completely safe. So I'm on this work tree here, and I'm also testing my MCP server on the same work tree. This is right here, just one-to-one mapped. So now that I have, first thing is let's look at what MCP servers I have. As you can see, the logs are changing here as I'm making any change or I'm interacting. So now let me test it out. So I will say, list all my recipes, because BetterMenu is a product that is all about the compliant recipe formulation, primarily or initially targeting to United States and FDA compliance. So recipes is the first class citizen. It's the first thing that food manufacturers deal with. So I'm going to ask list all my recipes. So let's see what it does. So as you can see, I'm working with Claude, but Claude is picking up my tool, which is BetterMenu, and it is using this tool called list recipes and asking me whether or not I authorized. So as you can see on the left, it changed and it is making this API call on get studio recipes. It got this data and it is also giving me this information. So it may feel like magic because sometimes it does, but the whole idea is I can take my product BetterMenu built by leveraging Cloud Code, and then I'm also able to integrate that in product so that other users can leverage my platform as well. I can ask more questions. So I can ask, give me nutrition for, let's say, one of these recipes. What about the Fiesta Bowl? So I'm this, let's say, do this. I have not given the complete name, as you can see. And it is saying that it needs to compute recipe nutrition, which is again using our platform to calculate nutrition, which is as per the FD compliance. So I'm going to say, okay, go ahead and do that. And as you can see, it made an API call and it is doing the work here, but on the right-hand side, it got the JSON response back. So now that Claude has this JSON response, it will do needful to summarize the information for me. So as you can see, now I can take my product and give it in or distribute it on ChatGPT or Claude using their methods. And my customers, enterprise customers, dietitians can actually leverage my platform easily. So as you can see, it's saying the nutrition for Mexican black bean Fiesta Bowl. I just said Fiesta Bowl, but Claude was able to identify which recipe I'm talking about. and made the right call by computing the nutrition for this recipe. And here is the nutrition fact. So this is just a glimpse of how I leverage AI tools, primarily Claude Code, not only for the development, but also taking it to the next step so that my users can use the product that I'm building for software compliance in the area of food manufacturing.